Chapter 3: The Nullification Window. The battle raged on, a ceaseless, grinding war of attrition that was slowly but surely taking its toll. Sukuna's overconfidence, once a source of strength, was now a fatal flaw. He was caught in a loop of his own making, a king fighting what he considered to be peasants, and each blow he landed was met with an absurd, unending resilience. The cheerful jingle of Hikari's domain, now stuck on an endless loop, had become a maddening torture, a mocking soundtrack to his gradual defeat. His powerful cleave and dismantle attacks, which had once carved up opponents with surgical precision, were now being wasted on a man who regenerated faster than he could cut. Then, the signal was given. A subtle nod from Yuji, watching from the periphery, and the first stage of the collective assault came to an end. Hikari, having absorbed an inhuman amount of punishment, disengaged with a final, booming laugh. "Your turn, King of Curses. Don't let the prosecutor get you." As if on cue, the pachinko parlor domain flickered and vanished, replaced by an unsettling, almost sacred courtroom. The air crackled with a new, somber energy. Hiromi Higuruma, the juridical sorcerer, stood before Sukuna, his face impassive, his gaze a silent judgment. This was the deadly sentencing domain, a non-lethal, absolute hit technique that trapped its target in a trial with an unbreakable set of rules. Sukuna, momentarily disoriented by the shift in his reality, sneered. "A trial? Do you intend to judge me, human?" "I do," Higuruma replied, his voice calm and clear. The trial began with a series of accusations: mass murder, wanton destruction, and the illegal possession of a cursed object, the Ten Shadows technique. The evidence was irrefutable. Sukuna, unable to counter the charges, was found guilty. The verdict was rendered, and the domain's power manifested as the confiscation of a cursed technique. The plan was to remove his most valuable asset, the Ten Shadows technique, which had been so critical in the original timeline's battle against Gojo. The domain's choice was precise, targeting the foreign technique within Megumi's body, rather than Sukuna's native shrine. A shimmering, transparent orb detached from Sukuna's form, a spectral representation of the confiscated power. Just as the orb was sealed away, a new presence emerged. Hana Kurusu, the vessel of the ancient sorcerer angel, descended from above, her form bathed in a soft, ethereal light. She raised her hand, and from it, a cascade of celestial energy rained down. This was Jacob's ladder, a cursed technique with the power to extinguish all others, to cleanse cursed objects, and to banish curses. It was the ultimate nullifier. "Megumi!" Hana cried, her voice filled with a desperate plea. The beam of light, pure and incandescent, struck Sukuna's body. The king roared, not with pain, but with a sudden, profound discomfort. He felt his cursed energy, his very being unraveled by the purifying light. The technique was an absolute counter to his existence. It was designed to hurt his soul, to exorcise him from Megumi's body. But a critical vulnerability in the plan, and in Hana herself, was exposed. Hana's love for Megumi caused her to hesitate. The light flickered, its intensity waning as she pulled her punch, unwilling to deliver a blow that might harm the man she was trying to save. Sukuna, ever the opportunist, seized on this sliver of hesitation. He reasserted a portion of his cursed energy, a protective shroud that deflected the full force of the attack. It wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a complete success either. The window was closing. That's when Yuta Okotsu, the new strategic backbone of the collective, stepped in. His immense cursed energy swelled around him, and the Queen of Curses, Rika, materialized behind him, a menacing phantom of pure cursed energy. Yuta had already copied Hana's technique, a contingency plan for just such a moment of hesitation. He could see the weakness in Sukuna's cursed energy output, the fatigue from the prolonged war of attrition, and the instability of his soul after the partial cleanse from Hana. With a cold, surgical precision that was a stark contrast to Hana's emotional plea, Yuta raised his hand. The same divine light, a copied Jacob's ladder, began to form in his palm. This was the second, less compromised strike. It was a testament to the new paradigm of collective strength. One person's weakness, a narrative flaw in the original story, was now circumvented by another's versatility. The light pulsed, ready to be unleashed. The stage was now perfectly set for the final, most delicate and crucial phase of the assault. The King of Curses was disarmed, weakened, and on the brink of being completely nullified. The rest was up to Yuji,